Hello, welcome to day 2 of talking in front of the camera every single day to gain confidence and to be more comfortable in front of a camera. So yesterday I uploaded my first video. I watched it over and I noticed that there were 2 things that I needed to improve on. Probably even more, but the 2 main things that I saw was that I was randomly scratching my nose for no apparent reason. I don't remember it ever being itchy. So that's something that I need to stop doing. And the second thing, which is probably, I'm still doing it right now probably, and it's breathing through my mouth when I'm speaking. I want to breathe through my nose as much as possible because breathing through your nose is the most beneficial way of breathing. And I've been a mouth breather for most of my life, ever since I can remember. I sleep with my mouth open. So there are things that I do to combat that or to prevent it. So I tape my mouth when I go to sleep. I try to consciously be aware that I'm breathing through my mouth and try to breathe through my nose. So when I was talking that entire time and I could hear my mouth just going and just breathing, I was like, no. So those are the 2 things that I want to improve on. And as for these videos, I'm probably going to continue this up until the end of May. So for the entire month of May, I'll be doing this every single day. And then after that, we'll see how it goes. Probably won't continue this. I might even make these videos unlisted, but we'll see. I am very excited to see how far I'll go with this whole thing and how much I'll improve. But yeah. This is going to be a video on why I love this backpack and why it's the quote-unquote perfect travel backpack for me personally. So I know that there is no perfect backpack, period. But this is the best one that I found so far, and I haven't switched. And I'll tell you all about it. I'll tell you what I like about it, what I don't like about it. But I kind of want to keep, our conversations along the lines of what I already am doing in this channel. So like tech, travel, content creation, and maybe like self-improvement stuffs. Things that you'll find very useful and valuable. So I don't know what, some random loud noise was just outside of my window. But this is the Brevity Photo Jumper. It is my favorite carry-on backpack. I got it for like $100 back in March of 2020. Fun fact, I did look at that email where it got delivered before I started this video. So I do have sort of an idea of what to talk about. I also have tried planning to create this video, like an actual dedicated video on why this backpack is my favorite. But I haven't gotten around to doing that. So that's another thing that I would want to do, is get that momentum of me uploading every single day. And that will help me with my YouTube channel. So hopefully this whole challenge will benefit me in more ways than one. Anyways, I want to start off with the side pocket. Just go around random parts of the bag. But this thing comes in different colors. And I think even different styles. This one looks like a regular backpack, but it's like, it holds all my camera gear. And to be honest, when I have my tripod on the side, it kind of gives it away, but there's really nothing you can do about that. So the side pocket holds my Peak Design tripod and my other smaller tripod, which is the PGY Tech Mantis Pod Pro. And it holds them both comfortably. There's this little strap that you attach that allows you to lock it in place, and it keeps everything stable. So I can't really show you everything in the bag because I am using the equipment to film this video, but you can use your imagination. And if you did want a dedicated video, make sure to leave a comment down below saying you want to see it. We can go back to the back of the bag. I have the Peak Design capture clip, I believe is what it's called, and this is a game changer. I absolutely love this thing. I brought this on pretty much all of my recent trips, and it is worth it. It's beat up, as you can tell. I've been using this thing a lot. It allows me to put my camera on my backpack strap and like have it here. So it not only that it's kind of out of the way, but it allows me to free my hands up, and it also allows me to have it very accessible. So whenever I need to get a quick shot, it's better than just reaching in your camera bag and then taking the picture, and then it'll be too late by then because of all the stuff that you have to go through. But it's a very quick process. There is also, like, luggage pass-through, which I can't really use when the bag is filled to the brim. I filled this thing up super full to the point where it's like bulging everywhere. So I think the heaviest it's ever weighed was like 45 pounds. I had a bunch of stuff in it. It was super dense. I had a 16-inch MacBook Pro, a 12.9-inch iPad Pro with the Magic Keyboard, all my camera gear, power banks, stuff like that. It was super dense, and it all held up, and it's still going strong. Of course, it looks, there's some signs of wear. This thing is like 4 years old now, but I love this thing to death, and I will continue to use it until it fully gives out on me. On the top of the bag where the handle is, I have an AirTag and a hero clip. So the hero clip allows me to hang my bag on places where there aren't really hooks. Example, sometimes public bathrooms don't have hooks. Anyways, the top portion here is for anything you want, really. Personal items, miscellaneous items, everyday carry items. So I have a packable tote bag just in case. Face mask. Always want to bring a face mask wherever I travel. And then random stuff that I can put in, like power banks, my wallets if I wanted to, eye drops, lip balm, stuff like that. It's a pretty decent size pocket, and it allows me to carry all these things. I used to carry a journal, and it fit in there, an A5 journal, but I stopped carrying that because I've gone digital, like I've said in the last video. There's also a little secret zippered spot in the back to hold. Sometimes I like to hold spare money. Don't tell anyone. But it has like a little contact me if found sort of thing, and like a media pass. So that's that. There's also a side pocket on the back, which is kind of secret, but it's where I keep my passport and credit cards, like spare credit cards. I like that pocket. I've learned to kind of like access it without without taking it off, so I could like, here's my passport, and yeah. The organization pouch here on the front of the bag right here has 4 little mesh pockets for more organization, and I keep things like camera accessories, so lens pen, my SSD, lens cap, adapters, stuff like that, and an LED light. The purple that you see in the back here is actually the LED light that I have in my backpack, or that I keep in my backpack, and it's super cool. That purple light, if I never said already. I really like that light, by the way. The form factor is nice enough, or flat enough, to where I could fit it in here and it doesn't bulge out. On the other side, the opposite side of where the side pouch is where you would have access to your camera. And yeah, it's very quick, very easy. My lens is kind of on the larger side. My camera's on the larger side, so it is a little bit more difficult when it is packed, but generally I don't really have any problems. I've also learned to use this pretty effectively. Last but not least is the main area for the camera. So you can't really see, but I'll just give you a quick glimpse and then I'll talk about it. Yeah. So it's like the bottom half of the camera is, or of the bag is where I store my camera gear. So I have my R5, Canon EOS R5 with the 15-35 f2.8 recording me right now, but it goes in the main compartment and it is on the larger side. It is heavier, so it fits there pretty nicely. I also have the Canon 24-105 f4 and then a smaller Canon 35mm f2.8 f1.8, sorry, and this is just for more, you know, night shots, low light video type of stuff. And then I can store my charger in here. I also have a microphone. This is what I use if I'm not using the DJI mics. It's the Deity D4 Duo. I also have a Peak Design camera strap. So just in case I want to leave my backpack behind, I have this option with me, and it doesn't really take up too much space. I also store the DJI microphones in here, the first one. I also have the second one, but the form factor of the case doesn't really allow it to fit in here. So I still use, as you can tell, I still use the first ones. Last but not least is a filter pouch. So I have step-up rings in here and some filters. This is what I like to travel really light. I have Peter McKinnon filters. I have the Maglock ones as well. But if I want to travel as light as possible, or at least keep everything within one backpack, this is what I found to be the most efficient, or this is the system that I found that works. So yeah, the two things that I don't like about it. So the inserts for the camera portion of the bag, they're all right, but once, you know, you've used them a little bit, they start to give out. The Velcro starts losing their strength, and these are just honestly just very flimsy dividers. So what I did was I bought the Peter McKinnon ones for their backpacks, and they work great. It's very, very strong, very tough, and they were worth the investment. So if you have this backpack and your dividers are sort of, you know, giving up on you, then the Peter McKinnon dividers are the way to go. I was so close to just ordering a new backpack, and I'm glad that I'm still able to use this thing because I get to take this thing on more trips. I've taken this thing all over the world: Philippines, Japan, Korea, all over the United States, and I can't wait to bring it on more trips. The second thing are the straps. So the straps are fairly comfortable if, you know, you're carrying, you know, the normal weight that everyone carries, like 10, 15, 20 pounds even. But if you're like me that carries a bunch of stuff, I sometimes don't like using these straps. I deal with it. I've walked probably like 10 miles in a day with the backpack weighing like 40 pounds. But yeah, it's not the most comfortable. Last but not least, I forgot to show you the laptop area, but it's nothing special, you know. It's elevated, so it's not completely at the bottom of the backpack, which is great. But yeah, there's a little bit of weatherproofing, or there was a little bit of weatherproofing. Now it's sort of on the fraying side, so it's not as weatherproof as it was before. I don't know even if it is, but yeah, I fit both my 14-inch MacBook Pro and my 12.9-inch iPad Pro in the same spot. It does get bulgy. It is noticeably more thicker, but I'm just saying that because I wanted to let you know that it's doable. Those were the two things that I really don't really like about this backpack, but you know, if you can get around those, this thing is great. I was able to have this backpack with the tripods go in every single airplane seat that I found even the super tight ones on the smaller planes, it still fit somewhat. And there wasn't any complaints with the flight attendants saying like, oh, you need to push in your bag. So that's good. This thing, the when it's full, the passport area or the pass-through area doesn't really open up anymore. So that's another thing that I use the Hero Clip for, is to just clip the bag onto the handle of my carry-on. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, there's also another like set of straps on the bottom of the bag so that you can also hold like a water bottle in addition to like a tripod. But yeah, this thing is amazing. I love this thing to death. And I don't think I'm gonna get another camera bag anytime soon, but if there are any other camera bag manufacturers, brands that are watching this and want to send me over some bags, I'd be down to test them out. But yeah, thanks for listening. I'll see you tomorrow.